Hi guys, I hope that you're all keeping well. I just wanted to come and do an update video. So for about a year now, we haven't posted any long form content. Now it's been for a lot of reasons. The biggest reason was that we're based in France, as most of you know, and we needed to change our business regime so that we were trading underneath the French Agricultural Society. So back in January last year, I started the ball rolling, and it was just ridiculously difficult and way more complicated than it needed to be. By July, we finally got approved, and we're hopeful that we would be launching the yard in the autumn, ready to get customers in for the winter and definitely the spring. And then we got a big setback, saying that although the online application had finally been validated, it actually counted for nothing, and that we needed to have a full in-person control, they call it in France, so like a verification that we met the criteria on all levels, including finances. Now, because we're a brand new business that had been unable to launch officially because we were not registered with the French Agricultural Society, it became a very vicious circle. We are not an established farm. I'm not the daughter of a farmer that's taking over an established business. We're horses, we're not cows. And it became quite clear that we were not their ideal client. On the other hand, we'd had a visit from the French Farming Activities Network lady, and she was really positive about the whole thing, including incorporating camping, holiday accommodation, horse riding holidays and things like that, as well as the livery. She said that nothing like that existed in this area. Lots of things were based around the beach, but not everybody wants to go to the beach. And she was really positive and hopeful, and also from like a cycling, people with bikes point of view. So it gave us a glimmer of hope. But obviously it was a bit soul destroying, because we'd got the fields ready, we'd got the majority of the stables ready, we'd got the French part of the website ready, and we were ready for a full launch in September. So as you can imagine, our sort of morale and motivation took a bit of a dive there. Our eldest daughter, Roxy, she left at the end of June to head back to the UK for some incredible work experience at John Whitaker's show jumping yard. So if you're in the horsey world, you will know how big that was, a huge opportunity. But it didn't come without sort of sacrifice here. I lost my right-hand woman. I lost the one who was confident with the young horses and in charge of the young horses. Everything fell on me. As you may or may not know, Mitch, my husband, works away a lot. And I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit daunting to be left in charge of everything, including potential French customers and things like that without Roxy here. When she did get back, she did come back. She wanted to come back. We then had to deal with the fact that she had become an adult while she was away. So she turned 18 while she was in the UK. And along with that came a load of French administration. She had to apply for her own carte de séjour, which is basically her immigrant visa to be allowed to live and work in France. That came with a load of hassle. She couldn't open a bank account without her carte de séjour. She couldn't set up. At the time she wanted to set up her own little business. She couldn't set that up. It took a long time, and then when it eventually came through, it had the wrong date of birth on it. You couldn't even make it up. She also learned to drive in this time because she hadn't been able to do it prior to that. She'd been at school, living away, and then obviously she'd gone back to the UK. So she learned to drive, and then she couldn't even get her driving licence approved because of the whole carte de séjour as well. So it was just endless and ongoing, and we're now in June. She turned 18 in October. Sorry, June. We're in July. Turned 18 in October, and she still does not have the correct carte de séjour with the correct date of birth on it. When she got back from the UK, we had a few more changes with the horses. Her and Acla actually went back onto livery at another yard, which again was a little bit of a sort of kick in the teeth. You know, the whole point of having the farm and the structures here was so that me and the girls would have the horses at home, but she needed some intense coaching. While she'd been at John Whitaker's, she'd done lots of riding of young horses, but not much schooling, and she had school exams to pass. So her and Acla basically sort of went on a little, well, Roxy was at home, but you know, a lot of time taken up going to see him and ride, because she had to pass her entrance exam, which was end of May, I think, and I'm pleased to say that she passed her exam, and now Acla is home again. We also actually had kind of our, what we've considered to be our last family holiday, due to the responsibilities of the farm mainly, and because of Roxy turning 18, she might not want to traipse along with the family anymore. So we actually had a big family holiday in Canada to celebrate my husband's 50th, Roxy's 18th, my sister-in-law's delayed 50th that got interrupted by COVID, all sort of things like that. So that was really nice, but that took us out of the equation for almost 3 weeks, really. Mitch was working away a lot. The late launch, or the non-launch of the business, had some really big financial implications, as I'm sure you can imagine, as well as knocking morale and motivation. You know, we've ploughed thousands and thousands of pounds into getting the farm opened and launched, so when it couldn't open and we couldn't have paying customers, that was not good or helpful going into the winter with the costs of the winter. Finally, in the November, we got the go-ahead from the MSA, from the Agricultural Society, which was obviously very good news, but we were about to go into full winter. Not many people are going to move their horses in the winter. Didn't seem like a good idea to go ahead with the launch, really. It's all right. Wondered what the noise was. It's a customer taking her horse around to the arena. And then when we got back, it was a case of, you know, you can't just launch, you've got to go ahead and get the insurance in place. And the website launched fully, ready to go. The English version of the website needed to be done at this point as well, because obviously we're a bilingual livery yard. And then we had my husband's 50th birthday party. So this involved an awful lot of work at the farm, in the house and outside for the sanitary block, the toilet block and shower block, which is all good. It's all investment for the yard. It's all needed for the yard, and also future glamping pods, camping and things like that. So it wasn't all for the party, but it was all for the deadline of the party. And we just worked so hard. We took on far too much. And we really didn't have the time or the capacity for filming and editing. I've got quite a lot of short form video, which I'm going to make reels and shorts out of, so that you can get a glimpse of what did go on behind the scenes. I don't have any real long form video. And then straight after the party, Mitch went away for a full 2 months, which basically takes us up to now. So since the party, no renovation work has been done. You know, me and the girls have been able to carry on with some tidying up and just generally keeping on top of things. And we headed into this incredible, awful heat wave in France, and we just haven't been able to function. Well, we've not really been able to be equestrians. We've had to be equestrian mums and lead an equestrian life. We've had to go out and look after the horses and the client horses. Come hell or, I'm not going to say high water because we had no water, come hell or heat. Hot hell, it's been awful, like 43 degrees, like awful, no rain for months. So we have literally been focusing on keeping the horses happy, healthy, comfortable, well. We've had to make changes to their routines, we've had to make changes to our routine. The girls have been really struggling to ride. I mean, Lexi hasn't ridden at all. Roxy has ridden. She's done some very early mornings, she's done some very late evenings, but it's not been ideal at all. But we had rain, not yesterday, but the day before. We finally had rain. So it has brought some life back into everything, hopefully. I don't know if it's enough to recover any grass in the near future, but hopefully it's enough to save the trees, save the hedges, save our sanity. And yeah, hopefully now we're going to be able to enjoy the summer going forward. So I just wanted to do this recap to just kind of explain the absence. I know it's not overly interesting, but it is the reality. It is behind the scenes of A, living in France, B, living with foreign administration, C, living with the trials and tribulations of children, you know, growing up, seasons of life. Well, whatever I'm on now. D, the reality, sometimes the dream isn't the dream. Or it can't be the dream just yet, like Acla having to go back into livery and us having to pay for livery and things like that. Things you wouldn't imagine when you own 23 hectares of land and you've just paid a fortune to put flash stables in and things like that. But yeah, also that, you know, we're turning a corner now. We have the full go ahead, we have the insurance, we have customers. Mitch is coming home tomorrow and we are going to be prioritising some more sort of revenue generating activities. My mum, in amongst all of that, my mum moved back to the UK. It was a family decision and definitely the best thing for her, but it has left us with our small house, our studio, apartment, whatever you want to call it, is now available. So we are going to be titivating the interior of that, getting it ready to rent out. We're going to be building a deck around the back and we're going to be getting that advertised for holiday makers, horse lovers, people who might want to come with their horses. So that's really exciting. And we did also finish, I'm pointing over there because see that red door, we did also finish a glamping pod in time for Mitch's party. So that technically is also going to be available to rent, because we've got the toilet and the shower block in place to support that. So yeah, we do have lots of positives now, but it has been a tough time. So we are now going to be focusing on long form video, keeping you guys in the loop, sharing behind the scenes of growing the business, still behind the scenes of the renovation. We've still got loads to do outside and in. All right, a lot of the big jobs are done, but there's still plenty to do, and we're really looking forward to having you along for the journey. So I think that's all. So I'm going to go and make another video now. I'm going to do an update of the work that we've done on the outside of the house. Tomorrow I'm going to do an update on the work that we've done inside, catch you all up fully, and then a kind of a fresh start going forwards from here on in. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for all of the new videos that are coming up. And let me know in the comments, are you one of these crazy people that chooses to keep your horse at home? Let me know. Bye for now.